Hi students, welcome back. So in the last lecture we have done some of the chemical properties of your group number 30. So today in this lecture we are moving on to next group, that is your group number 14 elements. So before moving into group number 14 elements, let's look into some of the uses of aluminium and boron. That is boron fibers which are used in making or are used in manufacture of bulletproof jackets. That is the boron fibers which are used in the manufacture of bulletproof jackets. And next your borax and boric acid which are used in glass industries to make hard glasses. That is your borax and boric acid which are used in glass industry to make hard glasses, and your borax which is used as a soldering material. That is and metals in join ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ solder ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು borax is used as a soldering material, and your boric acid used as a mild antiseptic. It is used as a mild antiseptic. That is boric acid is used as a mild antiseptic. And aluminium uses that is aluminium used in food packing industries. That is aluminium is used in food packing industries. And again aluminium which is used in the manufacture of aeroplane parts. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ ವೇಟ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಲೋ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಥವಾ ವೇಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ which are used in the manufacture of aeroplane parts, and it is also used in industries, and it is used in manufacture of electrical wires, because your aluminum is a good conductors of electricity. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ aluminum use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು to use a manufacture of a wire. So these are the some of the uses of your aluminum and boron. So first your boron fibers which are used in the manufacture of bulletproof jackets, and boric acid and borax which are used in glass industries to make hard glasses, and borax which is used in soldering of your materials or metals, and boric acid which is used as a mild antiseptic agent, and aluminium which are used as a packing material, and aluminium are also used in manufacture of electrical wires, because they are good conductors of electric current, hence they are used in the manufacture of electrical wires. So today in this lecture we are moving on to next group, that is your group number 40 elements which are also called as a carbon family, because the first element in your group number 14 is your carbon, as the group number 14 is also called as a carbon family. First occurrence anta ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is carbon and silicon. That is carbon exists as a seventh most abundant element in your earth crust by mass of earth. So carbon is a seventh most abundant element on the earth, whereas your silicon is the second most abundant element on the earth. So carbon exists in a free state as well as a combined state. Free state ಒಳಗಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is coal ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, graphite that is in elemental form, coal, graphite and ಡೈಮಂಡ್, ಈ ತರ ನಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವು ಯಾವ ಬರ್ತಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೋನೇಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಟಲ್ carbonates ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೈಡ್ರೋ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಈ ಥರ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕೂಡ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅಕರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಐತಿ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಐತಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಈಸ್ 7th most abundant element on the earth, whereas silicon is a 2nd most abundant element. Carbon exists in an elemental form in the form of coal, graphite and a diamond, and in the combined state it exists as a metal carbonates, hydrocarbons and the next ನಿಮ್ಮ carbon dioxide. Metal carbonates are nothing but ನಿಮ್ಮ Na2, CO3 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, CaCO3 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. These are the carbonates. Hydrocarbons are nothing but your CH4, C2H6, C6H6. ಈ ತರ hydrocarbons and carbon dioxide are nothing but your CO2. ಈ ತರ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So today in this lecture we are looking into some of the general characteristics or general properties of your group number 14 elements. We will start with the electronic configuration, atomic radii, ionization enthalpy and electronegativity and the physical properties. So let's start with the first electronegativity. So elements ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತವೆ elements of the elements of group number 14 are carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. So these are the elements of your group number 14. So first one is your carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. Carbon with the atomic number 6, silicon with atomic number 14, germanium with 32, tin with atomic number 50 and lead with atomic number 82. So these are the elements and their atomic number. So idr mele ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, we have to write the electronic configuration of your group number 14 elements. So before carbon ಬರೋದು ನಮ್ಮದು noble gas ಯಾವುದು, helium with atomic number 2. You have left with the 4 electrons. They are taken as a 2s2, 2p2 and a silicon. Before silicon you will get a neon with atomic number 10. You have left with the again 4 electron, 3s2, 3p2 and a germanium. Before germanium you will get argon with atomic number 18 ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿತು ನಿಮಗೆ 14 electrons ಉಳಿತವು. 14 electrons are filled as 3d10, 4s2, 4p2 and the next is your tin. Before tin you will get a krypton with atomic number 36. You have left with the 14 electrons. 14 andre you will get 4d10, 5s2, 5p2 and the last lead ಕಿಂತ before ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ element that is xenon with the atomic number 54. you have left with the another I think ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿದಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ 54 ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 82, 54 that is 8 and 2 28. So 28 ಯಾವ್ದರ ಫಿಲ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 4f14, 5d10, 6s2, 6p2 ಈ ತರ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ 28 electrons fill ಆಗ್ತವೆ. So this is the electronic configuration of your group number 14. So on the basis of electronic configuration, the valence shell electronic configuration of group number 14 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ns2 np2 is the valence shell electronic configuration of your group number 14 elements. So ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ತಗೋರಿ 2s2, 2p2, ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ತಗೋರಿ 3s2, 3p2 germanium 4s2 4p2 tin 5s2 5p2 and the lead 6s2 6p2. Hence the valence shell electronic configuration of your group number 14 elements is ns2 and p2 is the electronic configuration. And second one, moving on to atomic size of group number 14 elements. So when you look into atomic radius of a group number 14 elements, it goes on increases on moving down the group. So when you move down the group, the size of an atom ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ goes on increasing, that is due to addition of a new principal shell. So every time, so ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು ನಮ್ದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ 3s 3p ಇತ್ತು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ 4s ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ 2s 2p ಇತ್ತು, ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ 3s 3p ಇತ್ತು, ಜರ್ಮೇನಿಯಂ 4s 4p ಇತ್ತು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ tin 5s 5p and lead 6s 6p. So every time there is a addition of a new principal shell, hence the atomic size increases down the group due to addition of a shell. And when you are comparing group number 13 and the group number 14 atomic size, the group number 13 have a larger atomic size than that of your group number 14, that is due to increase in nuclear charge in case of group number 14 elements. So 13 or 14 elements se compare ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 14 elements ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, they have got a higher nuclear charge than that of your group number 13, hence group number 13 elements have got a larger size than your group number 14. And next one is your ionization enthalpy. So ionization enthalpy ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, the ionization enthalpy decreases as you move down the group, that is due to addition of a new principal shell, the size of an atom becomes increases. So size of the atom ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ down the group increase ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ, due to increase in the size of an atom ionization enthalpy ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ನಮಗೆ decrease ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Carbon has more ionization energy than your silicon is more than your germanium is more than tin is more than your lead. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ one exception ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, that is a small increase in the ionization energy of lead. So ionization energies ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು 1086, silicon with 786 and germanium 762 and the tin with 708, lead with 714. So ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ tin ಮತ್ತು lead ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ lead ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ due to presence of 4f and 5d electrons which are poor shielders of nuclear charge. Due to poor shielding effect of your 4f and 5d electrons, the ionization energy of lead becomes more than that of your 10. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ gradual increase or a small increase in ionization energy of lead ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ due to poor shielding effect of your d and f electrons, lead has got a more ionization energy than your tin. So when you are comparing the ionization energy of group number 13 and group number 14, group number 13 have a more ionization energy than that of your group number 14, that is due to small size of your group number 13 elements. So when you are comparing the size of group 13 and group 14, group 13 elements have got a smaller size. So due to small size of your group number 13 have high ionization energy than that of your group number 14. And ಅದೇ ತರ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಗೇನ್ decreases down the group. So electronegativity is nothing but a capacity to attract a shared pair of electron which decreases down the group, that is due to increase in the size of atom. As the size of atom increases, the capacity to attract a shared pair of electron ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Hence electronegativity of your group number 13 elements decreases as you move down the group. And when you are comparing electronegativity between group number 13 and group number 14, group number 13 elements have got a high electronegativity than your group number 13 elements. Again, that is due to small size of atom. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ higher the size of the atom, lower will be the electronegativity. Lower the size of atom, higher will be the electronegativity. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 13 ಮತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 14 ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 14 ಸೈಜ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 14, group number 14 elements have got a high electronegativity than that of your group number 13 elements, but the electronegativity in group number 14 decreases as you move down the group, that is due to increase in the size of atom. So this is your electronegativity. And next ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ physical properties ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is melting point and boiling point ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ when you are comparing melting point and boiling point, that is group number 13 have high melting point. So group number 13 and 14 ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ group number 13 melting point ಅಥವಾ boiling point ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. and in group number 14 both melting point and boiling point ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ that goes on decreases down the group, decreases down the group. That is the melting point and the boiling point ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ನಮಗೆ decrease ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ down the group. And physical properties ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ which are both these are non metals. Both ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ are considered as a non metal. ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜರ್ಮೇನಿಯಂ which is considered as a metalloid, and the remaining two tin and lead, these two are considered as a metal. So these are the physical properties of your group number 14 elements. So 14 ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ all the elements which are solid, in that carbon and silicon are non-metals, germanium is a metalloid, and the remaining tin and lead both are considered as a metals. So these are the some of the general characteristics or general properties of your group number 14 elements. So iva onnagaladu. So in the next lecture we will discuss chemical properties of your group number 14 elements. Thank you.